Your ancestors are waiting to be found, but only if your family tree is set up the right way. Let's make sure Ancestry connects the dots for you. Let's start by creating a family tree. Go to the Trees menu and select Create and Manage Trees. Then choose Create a New Tree. If you already have a tree, you can upload a GEDCOM file and format it to the formatting standard I'm going to show you. Let's talk about names. You should always add a person to your tree using the name they were born with, as noted on any birth certificate or baptism record. Do not include any other information. I have just unchecked this box because I'm starting with an ancestor. So there are two reasons for always recording someone with their official names. 1. Someone else should be able to replicate your research exactly to ensure accuracy. And 2. It helps the Ancestry algorithm match records to your ancestor. Hence, you will have more success. Here I have added Betty. If I didn't know her official birth name when I started the tree, I would find out as soon as possible and amend it. I have made sure I added her as a female and checked the deceased box because I know she has died. When adding a birth date, always spell out the month using the first 3 letters. Do not use numbers for the month. This can be confusing for yourself and for others, and we are more likely to transpose numbers by mistake. When adding the place of an event such as place of birth or place of death, you should always stick to the smallest administrative jurisdiction, such as a parish or hamlet, never an actual address. There is a separate field for adding an actual address from the Add Fact menu. After the parish or hamlet, you should add the county or city, followed by the country, as I demonstrate here. Always stick to this format for a tidy tree. Again, this place format helps the Ancestry algorithm match records when you're searching. Remember, don't do this. Always use letters for months. Now that I have filled in Betty's details, I can continue to her profile. But first, I need to add another name. As I don't know her father's details, I will just enter the name Bryant in the surname box. Then I'm given this box. I'm happy with the title, and for now, I'm going to uncheck the Allow Others to See My Family Tree box. More about that later. This is what Betty's profile looks like now we've created it. We can start to add information or search for records. I tend to ignore hints because they are often inaccurate. It's far better for you to learn how to research so you can verify your own family tree. Drop a comment below if you want more tips on how to research. As a professional genealogist, I help others with their trees and see the following frequently. It is not good practice to put nicknames or affectionate names in with the person's official name. Always use the also known as fact instead. Remember, Ancestry is using this information to find matching records. Do not confuse it. You will find the also known as field here. Add nicknames or shortened versions of a person's name here. Keep the main name field for the person's official name. Ancestry has a suffix field where you can add suffixes such as junior. It is unwise to add junior to the surname field. Always put it in the suffix field, even though from the profile it looks exactly the same. Ancestry doesn't have a prefix for adding titles. This is a feature in some genealogy programs. Instead, use the title field for adding a title such as Sir, Baron or Dame. Finally, let's talk about the privacy settings. Earlier, I unchecked the box for Allow others to see my family tree. This is because I want to keep my tree private. As Ancestry explains, this means other users cannot view the contents of my tree. It therefore limits collaboration between myself and other family members who might get in touch. However, at this level of privacy, other users can see limited information about my family in the search results. If I didn't want that, I also have the option of preventing my tree from appearing in the search results by checking the box in the private tree section. If I do want people to see my family tree, bearing in mind living people are hidden by default, I can have a public tree. Alternatively, I can invite people to view my tree either as a guest or with full control as an editor. Well, that's it from me today. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe for more genealogy tips.